So where's it gonna start? Like, how's it gonna start, bro? Is it just gonna be like, hey,
Bro,
what's up, guys?
it's already started, dude. I'm gonna put all of this up.
Oh shit! Oh shit! What's up, guys? Welcome to IVG's very first video podcast. I'm Nash.
I'm Gagan.
And I'm Sam.
Hello. What's up, man?
What's up?
You guys see us for the first time? What's up,
You
man?
wanted a video podcast? Now see the
Boom,
beauty.
Dude, this is like the first time
You asked for this.
we've ever done something like this.
It
Yeah.
is. I think, yeah, definitely. Like we've done no video we haven't done, dude. Nothing.
Dude, no, no, man, we didn't. Dude, no, I'm thinking of the one where I was dressed like a rapper and Bully was dressed like a heavy metal rock star. But then that was a skit we did for
Yeah.
Network 18, dude.
Yeah.
And there were
I
videos
thought
of
we
you
did that.
playing Korean Halo when you were really high once.
Yes,
But that
yes,
wasn't
yes.
like us streaming it or anything. So that was different.
Oh yeah, so this is the first time, bro. It's like, hey, we should have done this on Diamond Jubilee, dude.
We should have, right? I mean,
Yeah, but someone couldn't find their mic. Sorry, the
Ah,
camera.
shit, my bad. Dude. That's on me. That's on me. That's on me. My bad. So
So
gonna be, this
anyway,
podcast gonna be super expressive, though. I must say, dude. It's gonna be like
lot
mad
of
expressive.
hands, lot of hand gestures. will
Yeah,
be
I
happening.
normally gesture a lot with my fucking hands, dude. So
Yeah,
what's up?
man.
So what are we gonna talk about in this podcast, bro? I know there's a lot happening. I know.
There is actually not that much, but there's some interesting stuff. So first of all, I think the big news that came out is Uncharted 4 is probably Sony's next game to show up on PC.
Dude.
That's huge.
That is, dude, it's cool because y'all like speaking and then y'all like, it's huge, man. I'm like, that's what's up, bro. Subtle flex from Sam and all, dude.
So,
But
no,
I
and
would fucking.
what's weird about that shit is where the fuck is 1, 2, and 3, man? That needs to be there before this.
But dude,
How do
I
you start
honestly,
like that?
the thing is that, yeah, okay, fair enough. But I see why they're doing this because Uncharted 4 is honestly actually a game that would really benefit with PC and it still has somewhat alive multiplayer. So I'd be totally down with that shit, dude. Like playing
Seriously?
with mouse and keyboard. Dude, have you not played Uncharted 4's multiplayer? Shit was
Not
fucking
at all.
banging, bro.
I didn't even know it had a multiplayer mode, honestly.
What? Dude, so check it out. So the whole game on the PS was
Hmm.
base 30 FPS, but
Right.
multiplayer for some reason was 60 FPS, and it was fucking gangster, dude. It was awesome, and it was. I think Sam, you played it, right?
I played 2
Dude,
also. Like I
yeah.
really loved.
In fact, do you remember on IVG we
Yeah,
played a lot of Uncharted 2 with the IVG
yeah.
people itself, dude.
In
So
fact, even the beta before they launched a multiplayer on Uncharted 2, they had a beta for it as well, and the beta also was like
yes,
packed.
So
yes, it
what
It
are
was
the
was
a lot.
very cool
multiplayer
because
modes?
they added like verticality into multiplayer, which was kind of cool. It was quite unique at the time.
So wait, what all do you do in the multiplayer mode in an Uncharted game?
So you play as any one of the protagonists or the antagonists, right? You can play Drake, you can play his funty, I forgot her name already. You can play Sully. What's his
Yeah,
chick
Sully.
name?
Sully's the old guy.
No, Sully is not as funty.
No, Sully's the old
Yeah,
guy.
Sully's the old guy.
how do I not remember her name?
Elena.
Elena.
That doesn't sound right, dude. Some old people shit happening here, dude.
Elena.
Shit, I remember
No,
Chloe,
I
the
think it
other
was.
one.
I think it
Chloe,
was
right?
Elena.
Yeah, Chloe is in Lost
2
Legacy.
and 2.
And Lost Legacy and all
Yeah,
that stuff. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. So basically, you play as any of these characters. You have a bunch of maps, and so there's your normal TDM, which is great. But there's also like stuff like Capture the Relic, which is like a play on Capture the Flag, and you have these pretty cool attributes. Like if you have you played Uncharted 4?
Yeah, I did. I finished the
So,
game.
so all these Uncharted games have like a slight supernatural element in them. So those can be like your power ups in the game. Like you can call on like the power of something to help you out. I forgot what it was. Played it so long ago, but it was a lot of fucking fun, bro. Especially with a group of friends because the mechanics were exactly like the single player game with the traversal, the swinging. You remember
yeah,
where he would jump up in the air,
Yeah,
land on someone, and punch them and all that
yeah,
shit,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
All that you can one hit people like that in multiplayer. It is
yeah.
fucking great.
It was very well done.
It's actually, I would say this though, dude, about Naughty Dog. Their multiplayer games are not an afterthought. Even Last of Us Factions was like fucking intense. Have you guys played that?
No, I haven't.
So, dude, the fuck you guys doing, bro? Dude, that shit was mad intense. And hopefully they come out with Factions 2 for Last of Us 2. And it's just going to be just as intense. I can't wait for it.
Nice.
But I'm down with it. I hope it comes to Steam though.
But yeah, I think if 4 does well on PC, and I'm sure it will, if I
Dude, it's
mean
gonna
like,
sell gangbusters, dude.
so I
Yeah, for
but,
sure,
but
dude.
but they did remaster the first 3 games. They had the HD collection of like the Nathan Drake collection, I believe it was called. So
Yeah,
they, I mean, they could easily also
So
bring that.
here's what I think. Like, I'm not too sure about it, but those games were kind of made for the PS3, right? And PS3 stuff that was made was very like duct tape, like held together, and
yeah.
maybe
Hmm.
that's why we're not seeing it on PC. Whereas PS Uncharted 4 was like brand new, blah blah blah. I don't know.
So yeah, a
I don't
couple
know.
of years back, I actually played all the games in sequence, one, two, three, and then I played
Same.
four. So
Yeah.
the thing is that yeah, one was really janky even on the PS4 compared to the following games. Two played really really well. Three was polished to an extent anyway, but four was really a major step up. So possibly those three games which looked kind of old when they released back then as
Sorry.
remasters, they were not that good to begin with. So maybe that's why they just avoided the whole thing about getting it to
Also
PC.
because they are all like, at the core they are PS3 games, so I don't know if they'll be able to port them
That's
as
the
well.
thing because like remember how development for PS3 games was really a
But
fucking pain in the ass,
if
right?
they
Yeah,
got
So
it to PS4, PS4 is an x86 based
right,
system anyway. So
right. That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
yeah,
since they had the remasters, they could potentially do
they
it.
could, but probably they didn't want to do the Halo thing and get some really really old looking Halo games on PC. You know, like
Dude,
that
but
kind of
now
thing.
if they have Uncharted on PC, like how far is God of War from PC, dude? Like it, like if they can do Uncharted, which is one of their biggest IP, then there's no reason they can't do God of War.
I
They
would be
definitely
more
could,
excited
man.
for a Last of Us 2 on PC because that game with mouse and keyboard would be so much easier,
No,
dude.
no, I'm saying from a perspective of people
I know.
who've never owned a PlayStation.
Dude,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
die. They'll die. They fucking die, dude. Playing God of War on the PC, they'll die, dude. 120 FPS, holy shit. Because I played the game on the PS4 for sure, but then I played it on the PS5 on 60 FPS. Bro, it's like a different fucking game.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It's like another completely different game,
Dude, I
right?
actually
So,
actually started playing Days Gone, and I played the game on PS4 Pro, and dude, it's a different game entirely. Like they have that mechanic where you
60
can,
FPS.
yeah, like you know, where you can drift your bike. It was
Yeah,
Hmm.
so bad on the PS4.
it was quite little jank. It was a little
Yeah,
jank
I
on
never
the.
used it, but now it's like so smooth.
Yeah,
Nice.
dude, you gotta play the game. I'm glad you're playing the game. In fact,
Yeah.
more people on IVG need to play Days Gone. Give it a second chance. The game is really fucking good. It
Hmm.
opens up after like 10 hours, so don't give up.
Oh fuck. Okay, I'm like maybe 2 hours in, maybe.
Dude, that's what everyone told me about Cyberpunk. They were like, play the game. I'm like, bitch, I'm like 10 hours in. How much more am I supposed to play of this fucking game? It didn't click with me. I just like dropped it after
Dude, it's the
15 hours.
same. It's the same.
So
What you're seeing in first 10 hours.
something must have clicked with you in Days Gone that kept you
Oh,
going for
yeah.
the first 10 hours, right?
No, but I mean, for me, it's not just me. Like me, Snake, Bully. I mean, it clicked for all of us, like right from the
So
get
what was
go.
that one thing? What is the thing that
Like
appealed to
I
you?
love the game world, dude. Like the game world itself feels like really alive, and what I like is like super dangerous. Like
Yeah.
everything's trying to fuck you up all the
Hmm.
time. So there's like zombie wolves, they're like zombie dudes, and you know there's these cool mechanics where you're driving, and suddenly at the last minute you'll see like a tightrope at this level, and
Hmm.
that shit like so that's like an ambush. So you'll have these sudden ambushes on highways. It's just very fucking intense, dude. And I like the mechanic where I can. What's that word? Where I have to basically plan my shit. Like I can't go and face a horde with a pistol. I'm gonna die like a dog, right? So I gotta plan my ammo, my fuel. I need to know when I can get the fuck out of there. I need to know the surroundings well. That
Hmm.
just clicked for me, dude. And that's what works for me. Even in games like Last of Us, in games like Last of Us One, which I'm playing right now, is just like I like that feeling of intensity. Like fuck, it's like it's
Though
very
the one
scrappy.
the one thing I don't like about Days Gone is the shooting. Like I really don't like it because right now I'm at a mission where I have to ambush this drifters they call, right?
There are drifters. There are those
Yeah.
dudes who jacked up on like bath salts also. The
Ha,
skinhead like
no,
kind
no.
of
The
dudes.
drifters I'm talking about, those are rippers.
Rippers,
No,
rippers.
drifters are just regular guys who have their own settlements or whatever,
Right, right, right.
and they are like really like heavily armed. And right now I don't have any weapons. I just have a pistol. So
Hmm.
the shooting isn't great, dude. That's my only issue
So,
right now.
so the shooting actually gets better. It kind of ties into the upgrade system where you can actually
Hmm.
improve. I don't know if there's sway ability, like you can control your sway, but there are abilities where you can get focus. Have you got focus yet?
No, I'm really
So
early
focus
into
is
the
like
game.
slowing time down. You get that really fast. You slow time
Yeah, so
down to line off a
when
headshot.
you get those injections, right, you
The
can
Nero
choose
injectors,
what you
yes,
want to.
yes, yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes, stuff
Right.
like that. And plus, obviously, once you level up, you get better weapons. It becomes so much easier once you get an AK, once you get a, once you get like a sniper, because you start off with a pistol. But that's what I like, that you have that progression. You start off like a
I
full
went to that. I
Bikari.
went to that camp, and that camp had like all weapons laid out, and I picked one up, and I went and hid, and fucker, it had no fucking bullets in it, dude. Like, what the fuck is this? I would run away from there, dude.
So Days Gone is actually also a lot of it is stealth. You need to play in
Yeah,
stealth. So
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
kind of use bushes. You kind of take people out, and later on, you can get silencers, like makeshift silencers from cars.
Hmm.
So you can use them to like take people out
Hmm.
silently. It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Goose out in the game and then you'll feel it, dude. Like, and the changing weather, dude, it's on here for me with like Ghost of Tsushima. Like when the rain comes rolling in,
Hmm.
fuck, bro. It's like mad atmospheric.
Hmm. Yeah, the game world is quite nice and dense. Yeah.
I think Gagan should also play it, dude. Like it's not that sweaty. It's
No,
nice. It's
I mean, I
fucking.
definitely don't, but I'm so deep into this wonderful game called Mass Effect right now. So.
It's like
Now this is where we zoom in only to Gagan's face,
yeah.
and
Nah, more,
We
more,
just
on,
move
more
out
on
of the
that,
frame.
more on that later. We'll get to the good stuff later. But anyway,
yeah,
good
But
stuff.
since we are
Yeah.
talking about Sony, I just want to say that dude, Sony is really being a fucking bitch when it comes to sales. Have you seen the bitch like prices for the last sale? Like,
Dude,
what the fuck is that, dude?
this sale was like kind of make or break for me. I was like, okay, finally PS5 games are gonna be affordable and shit. And
By 600 rupees.
maybe I should buy a console, but like, nope, fuck off.
Holy shit, dude! What the fuck? 4,900 to 4,300. What kind of bhikari fucking sale is that, dude?
Yeah, dude, it
It's
was
like
really
literally the
horrible.
worst sale I've seen. And I, being an Indian, do not have high standards for sales. You see, in our country, we get shitty fucking sales, dude. And this was like really bad even for me. I was like, no, no,
Yeah, dude.
fuck you. But
yeah.
that being said, some of the third party games have decent pricing.
Sure. I mean,
I did
maybe.
some shopping, dude.
Ah, what's up?
What do you
I
buy?
bought I bought Tennis World Tour 2
Holy
complete
fuck.
edition.
Was that on your wish list for very long?
No, dude, it wasn't at all. But I was been jonesing for a tennis game for so long that
How
I
much?
just
How much
How
did you
is it
pay for
though?
it?
this is for 2,000
From?
from 3,999.
Hey, that's not bad.
That's
That's
not
like
bad.
I
fifty
think three
percent,
triple
bro.
nine. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, okay, so tell me,
And
like,
this is the version that got the PS5 upgrade with 60 FPS. So
Oh,
I'm
cool.
like,
how
not
does
bad.
it play compared to virtual tennis?
It's not even close. It's like so average. But I mean, I've only played like a couple of matches. I haven't kind of figured out the controls yet, but it's quite
Dude,
janky.
I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I've been jonesing for virtual tennis so much that like I just recently just booted up a PSP emulator, and in that there was a virtual tennis world tour, and
Yeah.
shit, even that plays fantastically,
Yeah, yeah,
man.
that's
Even
fun.
right now.
Even Topspin, man, I wouldn't mind a new Topspin game from
Topson was
2K.
good. It had this different loading mechanic. I mean, like in which you had
Yeah,
to kind of charge a shot and before hitting
yeah,
it,
it
right?
felt more technical. Virtual Tennis is like just pick up and
Just pick
play.
up and play. Yeah,
Yeah,
but they both
it's
were
good fun.
actually fun to play on Move back in the day. I really
Oh, and
enjoyed
I
them.
haven't tried Move. Yeah, I
Oh
think
man,
Topspin 4 I remember had
Hey,
Move
move was
support.
the Dundee with the glowing ball on top, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
even the PSVR
I
uses that.
yeah.
I
Dude, I'm
still
really surprised an Indian company didn't make a move Dandiya game. That shit was like right there with Falguni Pathak in this. Like,
Maybe it should be a VR
but
game
there were
then.
Move cricket games, so that's
cricket
fair.
is fine, but like it's
Yeah.
like the perfect Dandiya thing, dude.
It's a dance game,
Move
dude.
Dandiya.
It's a multiplayer dance game.
VR Dandiya. I
I'm
think
actually shocked that there is no Just Dance Bollywood. I mean,
there is.
seriously.
There
Of course
is,
there
dude.
is. Of
There
course there
is.
is, dude. How
Sing
the fuck
What?
do
Star,
you not know about
not
this,
Sing.
dude?
No. There
No,
Sing
there
is
Star
was Sing
Bollywood.
Star
Sing
Sing Star
Bollywood, not
Sing
Bollywood.
Just
Star,
Dance.
and dude, and even Just Dance has Bollywood songs. Like there was a Shah Rukh Khan song, and Shah Rukh Khan was there at the launch of it and all that. Because Just Dance is done by the India studios. The choreography is done by Indian studios. So they actually had, I believe it was from I think Chennai Express or one of those films. They had a couple of
But
songs
yeah,
in
that's the
Just
thing. I
Dance.
think they just had this one or two songs in every year, and I know
Huh.
this because my kid plays that quite a lot. So the thing is that I'm just shocked that there is no Just Dance Bollywood yet, considering the kind of interest it would
I
have.
mean, now that the game is entirely phone based, right? You don't need to have a
On
console
on
even.
PS, if you have a camera, on PlayStation 5, if you have a camera, that's more than enough. That you don't need a phone, you don't need anything in your hand. Same
Okay.
thing with Switch. If you have the Joy Cons in your hand, you're fine.
Hmm.
How does it work on the phone though?
Just hold that, and it kind of captures your movement from one hand.
The
That's
So
it.
you
accel
hold
the
it while you dance.
accelerometer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You hold it and dance at the same time. That's
yeah.
fucking weird, dude.
So there's even a phone app. You can play the game entirely on your phone and
Yeah,
TV.
that's
So
what I
you
was
kind of
talking
log
about.
into a website, I think, or something, and just load the app on your phone, and the app will record your movement.
Why is there no Dandiya game for the phone?
Yeah, man.
Is it,
Good
dude? Are
question.
we just crazy? Are we talking crazy, bro? I think there's a big market here for Dandiya games.
Yeah,
Dude, Dandiya
Dandiya
phone will
all
like you'll be
year, bro.
smashing your phone, dude. What is like how do you play a Dandiya? Like you smash your phones with each
No, like
other's.
it's like yeah, I don't know.
Dude, if
I
you
won't be.
had each other, you wouldn't be playing on your phone, man. This is like
This is dude
virtual
Dandiya
Dandiya.
during the pandemic. All right, this is the idea. We can milk
Pandia.
that shit. Oh shit! Someone's gonna steal an idea. I'm telling you, 10 years from now, we'll be like Ben Chod on that one podcast. We had that fucking idea. Someone stole it.
It's a very seasonal kind of game. So once pandemic is over, no one's gonna buy that
No
shit,
one gives
dude.
a fuck about that game. Then they come back to it in a year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. Well, I mean, but look at the bright side. No pregnancies after, dude. So it's all
That's
good.
true. That's true. That's true. That's dark but true, bro.
um, hey, what else happened this week?
No, but also like part of this Uncharted 4 on PC news. Also,
Sorry.
there was this slide that was, I
Yeah.
believe there was a slide like an investor
Hmm.
Yeah.
deck where they
Yeah.
showed that like part of the reason for them to bring these games on PC is because they want to reach out to new markets, and India was one of those. I think India,
Yeah.
China, and Russia were the
Is
three.
that the Russian flag though? I'm kind of ashamed to admit it. I was not sure,
I mean, it's
but
three
I'm
stripes.
like,
I have no
Let
idea
me
what those
check.
colors mean.
Yeah, China, Russia, and India.
alright, right. The biggest
Um,
like PC markets, no, I think, dude.
Hmm.
yeah. So I mean, it's interesting that they're looking at India and considering it a market because no one's gonna pay for shit, dude. Like unless the game goes to like 299 or something on a Steam sale, no one's gonna buy Uncharted on PC, dude. Firstly,
Hmm.
PCs aren't powerful enough to run
To play
Uncharted.
Uncharted, I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that for a PC to play Uncharted, you're gonna need a baller PC,
You
dude.
know
Yeah.
what? I would pick it up day one and play it. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
game
but
I
you
don't
have a
mind getting
baller
into.
PC,
I mean, yeah.
I want to see like how it'll be on PC. I really would like to.
Yeah,
dude. I
man.
was very impressed with Days Gone as a port. So if they can do that, I'm
Hmm.
sold, dude. Like Horizon, they kind of stumbled quite a bit, but with Days Gone, they fucking
Oh,
nailed
by
it,
the
dude.
way, they fixed that mouse issue.
Apparently, I'm gonna check it
Yeah.
out. I'm gonna
And
check. Well, the
Horizon,
stuttering is still not fixed,
no,
though.
no,
Sadly,
Horizon, the stuttering is reduced quite a bit. It's not completely free of it, but the thing is that it's gone down quite a bit. I was watching
the
some DF thing on it.
the PC version
Yeah, PC version of
of
Horizon.
Horizon or Days Gone.
No, Horizon,
Oh, okay.
the stuttering issue that you had. So yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
this was
Okay.
I think like DF did a video on this about I think 2 months back or something. But yeah, I was just watching like a different version of that. So
I
it
think
seems
we spoke
interesting.
about this last time on the podcast, but I'll be so down with like a Killzone, dude. Like I need that shit. Like a good Killzone game.
Like
FPS
Shadowfall on
games.
PC.
Mm,
Dude,
that'd be
FPS seems
dope,
like a
dude.
no-brainer, man. What the fuck is
Yeah,
keeping them for this?
it's really weird.
Dude, now
But
that they can bring whatever they want, man. Now Uncharted is kind of set a precedent where Sony is like nothing is off limits. So you'll get Spider Man, you'll get God of War, you'll get everything. I
But
wonder how much these
Uncharted,
games are selling though for them, how much money they're making of this.
so from what I read, Days Gone sold quite well on PC on the in the first week. I don't know the exact numbers, but it sold really well, and a lot of
what
people
price
picked
did
it
it
up.
sell at?
2,999. Let me check.
If it sold well at 2,999, then that's not bad, dude. For like
Yeah,
a
two
I
triple
mean,
nine.
don't
Two
consider
triple
the
nine.
Indian price. I mean, it's selling well. I mean, it's selling in Europe and America, which is probably $49 or even $39,
right.
39.99 or
It's a good
$49. Yeah,
price.
it's a good price to like, especially for a game that's what 2 years old now. Days Gone is 2 years.
2019. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So what? 2 years is their thing, is it? I think Horizon also came after 2 years.
Hmm.
That
I
or
think
probably franchises in danger because what they started off with were those games like that. What were those games with just motion controls and all?
They had Predator Proving Ground, which came to
No,
Epic
no, 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 not that. The
exclusive.
Heavy Rain, Beyond.
No, Heavy Rain.
Detroit.
No, Heavy Rain was basically through a different publisher,
It
505
was.
games.
But
So
these are all Sony exclusives though, right? Even
no,
the
no,
last one that
but
they came up
Quantic
with,
Dream has gone
Quantic
independent
Dream.
now. So I think they've got 505 games. So I think similar to Death Standing, which is on PC, not a
Right.
Sony game. It's
Hmm.
505 games. So I think that's how even the Quantic Dream games came.
But yeah,
But I
I think
think this is
once
Sony
the
is the
Epic
publishing these.
once the Epic Store opened, they started off with all these games and even Flower and all that, right? I mean, which were basically only available on PlayStation before that.
No,
Was
I
Flower
think all
on
of these. I
Steam?
think Flower. I think.
Flaw
Flow's
and
not on
Slim.
Steam. It's not on
It's not on
Steam.
Steam, right? So it's an Epic exclusive. So yeah,
Hmm.
things
Let me
like that.
check.
Is
Some
Journey also on PC?
Yes.
is it
Yes, it's on Steam as well.
Oh,
And
nice.
let me check.
interesting?
Yeah, Flow's also there. 64 rupees, dude. Shit.
Damn.
Wow, they're actually cheaper than getting the real bouquet. Yeah,
But actually, the game is just petals, dude. Like the
yeah.
game, is this petals? No, you're just controlling like wind and petals. But very, very, very chilled out
I
game, dude.
haven't played Flower, but I played Journey. That was fucking mad chill,
Journey
dude.
Journey
was
was
damn good.
amazing.
Journey
Super,
was so good.
super good game.
Yeah,
Even Flow was really good. Flow was the first one before Flower.
Oh. And who is
Flow.
the studio that made all these games? Or one studio,
This
right?
is that gaming company, that game company.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Yeah,
that game company.
yeah.
They're the one who made Dreams, right?
No, that's Media Molecule.
Oh,
Dreams is
Media
Media Molecule.
Molecule made
Yeah,
Dreams.
yeah, yeah.
Because people are still churning out some crazy shit in Dreams. Like
Dreams
it's
is on sale
insane.
as well right now in the PSN sale.
How much they're for?
I haven't checked.
I'm gonna check it out right now, dude.
Dude, I was very close to buying the Watch Dogs Legion DLC, dude. Very close. But the pricing is just
Bro,
too
Two and a
you
half
much.
do
thousand.
you,
Dude,
bro. You
Ubisoft
do you.
Ubisoft is damn clever because the season pass is about 2.5 grand, but the actual game is like 1,999 on sale. So they know people are not gonna buy the game, so they'll discount the game more. But people who have the game already, like, make them pay more for season
Oh,
pass.
Dreams is for 1,200 bucks now.
Since you're talking so much
Hmm.
about PlayStation, like I want to address something that you guys were discussing on the IVG WhatsApp group recently.
Hmm.
Like, what is the scene with the controller drift, man? All you guys are facing some level of drift or something on your
Yeah.
controller?
Well, I don't know what drift is exactly, but my left joystick feels
Yeah,
already kind of loose. Like it doesn't feel like
Huh, that's not drift. Drift is
that's
basically
not
when you
drift.
aren't moving it also, like,
no,
it
no, no.
moves.
Oh no,
Yeah,
no,
Depending on the
I
game.
don't
pretty
have that.
much.
I have a feeling where even though okay, I play my PS a lot, but I feel like like how you have a feeling when you use a controller after years and it becomes a little loose
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
dealer.
The
I'm
tension
already
goes
getting that
away.
the tension. I'm already getting that in under what, like 2 months, three
Wow.
months.
No, because
Dude, I'm
Andre,
having a different issue. My issue is that it's suddenly becoming like it's like the battery runs out really fast, like after 2-3 hours.
But isn't
Was
that
telling me he gets drift. So when he's
oh,
on certain areas, like on some Assassin's Creed map or something like that,
oh
the cursor or something keeps shaking like this all throughout. So I don't know.
no,
Weird.
that's never happened to me, luckily.
Yeah. So he
Yeah,
until
I've
he
not had
just
any,
moves
I
it or
haven't
it
had
just stuck.
drift
But dude,
issues.
for me, my controller also only lasts 3-4 hours, and sometimes I know it because I have these intense sessions where it's like full battery and then it's low battery. So I just assume that's the battery life, dude.
Wow.
No, I said it has become worse since I got the PS5. It was a good 5-6 hours at least
Oh,
before.
really?
Yeah, yeah. It has reduced over time, and like now I've realized I'm charging it every other day, or
Man.
sometimes I'm charging it daily also.
Yeah, I charge it daily whenever I play.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I
I
just
mean
thought
you're
that was
choosing to do it, but now you
no
actually
because
have to.
because I get 1 bar. It comes to
Yeah,
one
yeah,
bar.
yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, even the DualShock 4 was not great, but this is really bad. Like to the
Yeah,
point
man.
where I think you need to have a second controller if you like. No,
Is the controller under warranty as well? No.
90 days. I think if you buy one, I think the 90 days is the warranty, but I don't know if that applies in India also. It's only in some countries.
Yeah, because that dude on the IVG group got stressed when he was reading all this about the controller, and he just picked up a PS5 recently. So he's like,
Yeah,
"What the
yeah,
Hmm.
fuck?"
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so no
Hopefully they'll have a controller revision out, which they do periodically.
no issues with the Xbox controller, right? Like that.
Nothing.
Dude,
Nothing that
Xbox
I've
controller,
faced.
even on AA batteries, it lasts so long, dude.
It lasts
It's
really
crazy.
long.
It's
Really
Sorry.
long.
crazy.
Dude, I'm
Really
using it
good.
right now with some really old nickel cadmium batteries, and those batteries also last like I think easily about 8 hours or something without an issue at all.
Dude, I've got those Eneloop Panasonic rechargeable batteries. This is the
No, those
best.
with those it goes to
What
40
an
hours, man. If you like chilling
Yeah,
out
yeah.
in
It
games,
it
so yeah,
goes like a week at least.
Dude,
yeah,
I like the fact that the the wire they give with the PS controller is actually very long this time, so I can like recline on my couch. I don't have to like sit like this and fucking game, dude.
Ah,
I like
yeah,
that shit. That's pretty cool though.
yeah.
yeah. I had to buy a wire separately for my PS4, which is actually you see that
Yeah,
red cable
because
hanging
yeah,
there. Yeah, this one. I mean, like
Oh,
This is
that's
the
a
one.
nice long wire,
It's
dude.
a very long wire, so yeah, I mean it goes across the room.
But what I do is I have a plug point near where I sit, so that I just put a charger with a
Hmm.
USB cable.
Dude, sorry, this is way past my bedtime now. I'm like really sleepy. You don't see me,
Dude, it's not even 10 p.m., dude.
Yeah,
bro. I
dude,
get
what the hell?
sleepy. Dude, I wake up early
Dude, you game till late in the night. I think it's
on
just
some
a
days, on weekdays.
I
On
think we should have a
weekdays.
window running Battlefield footage next time.
I'm like, fucking. Ah.
Right.
I don't even know when we're gonna see the battlefield footage. But speaking of footage, segue time, bro. I think we're
Yo.
getting a lot of footage coming in the next 2 3 days, right?
A
yeah.
lot.
Unfortunately, there's lots coming, lots happening over the next day and day or two, which we
There's
are
one
not going to be,
happening
which we
probably
can't
right
talk
now.
about. Right now, there's the Horizon Forbidden West
Hmm.
state of play. Tomorrow, there is a Far Cry 6 reveal. There's also a Dying
Yo,
Light 2 play
that's pretty
gameplay
dope. That's
playthrough.
pretty dope.
Man.
So we
Yeah.
are doing this on the wrong day. Actually, we should have been doing it 2 days from now, but it's
Ah,
cool.
well, tune in next time.
And we should do live, dude. We should do like live videos next time. Like
Live.
E3. If this is E3, all of us will be like,
It'll be like we took 76 episodes to get to video. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, baby
Yeah,
steps.
yeah, that's
true.
true.
But yeah. So besides all of that,
There's
there
also
was
Sony's announced the new PS Plus games for June,
yes.
which I don't care about either single one of them.
Dude, you know what? I
They
mean,
fucking suck, bro. Like personally, I thought they were a big pile of tutty.
okay, now that you guys are done with your hate, there are three games that were announced. Operation Tango, which nobody gives a shit
No one
about.
gives a fuck about.
Seriously, I mean, like, I don't know what bottom of the barrel shit they're scraping for PS5, but yeah, the,
Just to say it's a PS5 game.
just
That's
to
what
say
it is,
that.
dude.
But you know what? PS4 games have something good waiting for them. I mean, like, there's Star Wars Squadrons, which is actually a fun game to play. I'm not even kidding. It's like, look at the man. I miss
Okay.
audio podcasts because of this shit.
No, it's fun. It's fun. My bad, my
Yeah.
bad.
So yeah, I mean, it is actually good shit because the thing is, it takes you away from that whole Jedi pew pew lightsaber and puts you in spaceship pew pew zone. But
So much pew pew, dude.
yeah, but no, it's actually good
No,
fun.
but
So yeah,
it's actually quite a new game. I mean, for them to put it on PS
it
Plus,
I
it came
think
out
the
last
game.
year, no?
last holiday
I think the
season.
game tanked, right? Did it tank or did it do well?
No, it did. I don't think it tanked or did very well. It was very average, and they did not
But
monetize
it,
it and all because it's EA's
but
redemption
it got
game.
actually good reviews though.
It was very critically acclaimed, and it has a really good VR mode. That's like one of the big reasons you get a
That would be
VR
trippy
headset.
though. That would be
Yeah,
trippy.
Is it does the game have any on foot segments, or is just like space battle?
it's just space battles, and not just that. There's also another game that's coming. That's Virtua Fighter 5 Ultimate Showdown.
Dude.
Now the thing is that you know what I mean. I saw the videos for this game a few days back, and I was like, "Who the fuck is going to buy this piece of shit, man? It looked terrible. It looked dated, but now it's free." So you know what I mean. It's actually worth a shot if it's free.
So
I'll
is this a
actually try
new
it out.
new current gen update sort of
So it is
edition?
that and it's partly done by Ryu guy. I forget my pronunciation.
Ryu Gaga Goto. That's
Gotoko.
the,
Yeah,
no,
the
that's the
guys,
Yakuza guys.
the Yakuza Judgment guys. They are the ones who helped with this kind of upscale or
Huh.
remaster.
Oh, I
So
thought they made the combat. That would be
no, no, no,
interesting though.
no. The combat was done by AM2. That combat is pretty much solid from the time it started. It was not bad, but it just looks too fucking dated even right now, even after all the upgrades and all. So I
Okay, so
mean,
let me ask you this: as someone who plays these games, what's the difference between like a Virtua Fighter? I mean, mechanically, like no, I'm not talking about characters, and something like a Street Fighter. Because to me they all look the same. The only thing that stands apart is Mortal Kombat because of the violence and the fatalities.
No, and
And
Tekken because they have
no.
like a 2 point like you can switch perspectives, right? In Tekken, I think that's
Wow,
the one difference.
that's not the selling point of Tekken.
But no, but that's how it stands up. Like that's what's different to me about
No,
Tekken
so
versus the others.
Virtua Fighter was pretty much the first 3D game to come out there, and it gave you complete view, like control of the arena. You know, what I mean, you had these square arenas that you battle on, and it had some actual realistic martial arts moves in the game that you could kind of play in this. I mean, it's not completely actual martial arts, but the thing is that it was pretty close to that, and it was a little more technical also than a regular 2D fighting game, which is something like what Street Fighter is. Street Fighter, though it's 3D, it still plays like a 2D game. Mortal Kombat also the same. So the but Tekken and Virtua Fighter kind of stand out as being a little more technical, but Virtua Fighter is way up there when it comes to technicality. So yeah, my God, you guys held your expressions in also
No,
like.
it's genuinely interesting
Yeah,
to
it
know
was.
the
It was not
difference.
like the pew pew shit. I was like, but you know which game I would actually want to play? Have you guys saw the trailer of this game called Shifu, right? Which
Hmm.
that shit
The
looked damn
Groundhog Day.
interesting. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And the combat, like the full like raid vibes and all, dude, that looked mad. Like I would play that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, if the entire game is in that one corridor, now fuck it, I'm not even touching that shit.
No, no, it's not. It's not. It's in different places. It's just got that
Okay.
vibe where people come at you, rush at you, and you got to use like real world
No, I
martial
think
arts. So
I
there's
think
no
also
fireballs and all that
it's like
shit.
if you die, you spawn back there and you go through the corridor again.
So it's
I'm
like that.
assuming
It's like Returnal,
it's like blood. It's like
like a
it's,
Oh
roguelike.
fuck! I hate that genre, man. Roguelike. Like, everything's becoming a
Which I still don't
roguelike.
figure out.
roguelike
Is it
roguelike
roguelike,
brawler.
road light,
Road light.
road light,
Yeah, I
But it's
mean,
a
road
brawler,
light?
so I don't think it'll be. I don't know if it'll be that
Dude,
punishing though.
best brawler is Shaolin Monks. That's my best
oh
brawler of all
man,
times, dude.
yeah, dude. I
The
mean,
one
that
and
is
only
that.
brawler I played, but that blew my fucking mind, dude. I'm like, yo, the bar has been set for this shit.
Yeah, dude. That was good fun. Really good
And I
co-op,
actually
man.
played it in co-op with my cousin, and we had a fucking blast, dude. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I used to play with my brother, man. It was good fun. And you could do fatalities in a brawler, man. What more do you want?
So why did that game never get a sequel, dude? Since you know the franchise so well,
I don't know, man. I mean, I think it's just like
didn't it
what.
sell well?
No, I mean the other games sell better, I guess. It's just that, and plus they got into this whole cycle of releasing an Injustice game and then a Mortal Kombat and then
Ah,
Injustice, and
okay.
now
Also,
I
there
don't
was a
know.
period in between where you didn't have NetherRealms making Mortal Kombat. There was some random other
Sorry.
studios making Mortal Kombat games, wasn't it?
It was always NetherRealms. Mortal Kombat has
Are you
never moved
sure?
away from there. Pretty much, yeah.
Before Mortal Kombat reboot, who there was someone else making Mortal Kombat
No,
games.
it was
Yeah.
always under Ed Boon, yeah.
Okay.
The
It boom.
special forces and other those spin-offs and all might be from other guys. I never really played those as well. But the thing is, the Mortal Kombat has always been from them. And it
So who made
before that,
Shaolin Monks?
no, that was them only. That
Them
was
only. Okay.
Nether, before that time they were Midway Studios, I guess. So yeah.
Midway, dude.
Midway, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what other platform translations were done by other companies. Like some PC ports were done by Probe or some other maybe some other company and everything. There's a whole history of that, but the original games were always from the same team. I mean, or whatever version of that team is there. But yeah,
Oh, no, that was interesting, dude. Like, I'm just saying that's.
man, tell me after every segment. ये थोड़ा बोरिंग था.
So we were talking about gaming events last in the last episode, and uh, since last time, there's been a new one announced on 13th June. There's going to be an Xbox and Bethesda showcase, first one
Hmm.
that they're doing together at E3. So it should be interesting.
Yes, yes, and it's
What do you think
happening.
they're gonna show? Let me ask you that first.
I think
Dude,
they'll show something of all the Bethesda games. They'll show a bit of Elder Scrolls. They'll show a bit
They'll
of
show
Star. Ha,
they'll
exactly,
show logos
exactly,
and everything. That's for
exactly.
sure, dude.
They'll
I'm
show up.
100% sure of logos.
Yeah, they'll show up, but no, but it'll be CG, and there'll be no date. There'll only be a year, which year it's coming out in, and it'll not be this year.
So I know what they're going to show 100%. They're going to show Elder Scrolls running on current gen consoles because that's the big peg right now. The
Online.
Elder Scrolls Online, yeah, the MMO. So that's coming to PS5 and Xbox with like a bunch of visual enhancements. They're going to showcase the fuck out of that.
hmm.
For sure. There's a new expansion, Greymoor or some shit like that. They're going to showcase that. For sure. They're going to showcase Fallout 76, talking about look how cool this game is still now. For sure. But
Dude,
Starfield, nah, dude.
dude, I'm telling you, there's gonna be some Starfield shit for sure. And it's gonna be definitely beyond logo or whatever because they already did that 2 years back.
Yeah, they'll probably do maybe like a CG trailer for 20 seconds,
No,
like.
I also have a feeling that I mean, like if they're doing an event like this together, they know what shit is at stake. They have to announce this one big game, whatever it is. It has to be there has to be one big release for
No,
this
but
year.
because it's going to be Microsoft and Bethesda to get like Xbox and Bethesda combined, there's less pressure to do that. Halo might come out and show something really cool. So
Hmm.
Halo is there. There's Forza Horizon is going to be there of or Motorsport or whatever. So they already have one or two big games to end the show with. So I think Bethesda doesn't have that pressure, but I think they might show something from Indiana Jones. It could just be a concept video or a CG trailer. But I think they'll show something because Machine Games has
Do
been
you
working on that.
remember that Indiana Jones game that was being developed by LucasArts, which looked fucking legit, dude?
No, I
What?
don't.
Which
Dude,
one?
like I'm talking about 10 years ago with like insane physics and all. How could you not remember this, dude? It was like if
Did
There
you
it come
just
was
out or it got
one.
canned?
no, it got canned. Like it never got released. If you Google search, like, I mean, if you go to YouTube, check out Indiana Jones LucasArts cancelled game. You see the footage. Fucking shit looks great for back in the day. This is like that Star Wars game
One
where
three
you
one
play the
three or
yes,
whatever.
dude, which looked fucking
Yeah,
mad like Uncharted and all, and
yeah,
then they
yeah, yeah.
cancelled
Mm.
that shit and all.
The
I think
Visceral one,
this
no?
is
The
that was
Visceral.
also LucasArts.
Oh, was it?
No, Visceral, Amy Henning, she was working on another Star Wars game
Yeah,
also that
yeah.
got canned.
Got
Yes,
canned. Yeah, yeah.
they got canned, and she left
Interesting.
Naughty Dog to do this.
Hmm.
It's
Now
just
where's
like
she now?
floating around, bro. I don't know what she's doing. I don't think she's like. Yeah, I don't know where she's gone now.
But it's gonna be really crazy to come with an Indiana Jones game now, as in like 2022 release or whenever it's planning to release. Holy shit, dude!
Like, how are they gonna put themselves apart from the crowd? Because we've had Nathan Drakes. I mean,
Not
we've
just
had
that.
Uncharted, had
Who
Tomb
in Gen
Raider.
Z or millennials is interested in Indiana Jones at this time, dude?
That was something I had even last time. I was like, bro, even I being like 40 years old don't give a fuck about Indiana Jones anymore. Like, maybe you
Hmm.
like it for the nostalgia, but would you buy a game for 5,000 bucks for that? Like,
I
I don't know, dude.
the
No,
best thing to
similarly,
happen. The
similarly,
best thing.
I,
Sorry.
I, I can't, I can't manage to care for the James Bond game either, which IO Interactive has announced.
Yeah.
I just can't give a fuck about it, dude. Like, why do I want to play a James Bond game? Yeah, GoldenEye was great on N64 or whatever, fine.
Which I never played.
Which I
Like, so
also never
fuck that.
played.
Yeah.
Yeah, so fuck that,
Again,
man.
every time I tried playing it, it felt like
But
shit to
I'll say
me.
this though,
So
there was one James Bond game on the PS2, which was made by Activision, Activision Studio. This is pretty decent as a game. I forgot what it's called. Third person, like stealth action. But
the one which had Pierce Brosnan in it, and it was an original James Bond game,
I
right? I
think
mean,
so. I think so.
not a
I think
movie
so.
adaptation.
No, no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Right.
And in
Right.
fact, then the guys at Free Radical or some other studio made a Jason Bond game, which was actually fucking fun
Hmm.
I
on the
remember that.
Xbox
I
360,
remember
right?
that.
And
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
melee combat and using your environment to
Was
take
it
guys out and all. That's fucking
was it the
dope.
Bond conspiracy or that was the film?
That was fun.
It was a
That was the
Bond
film.
game. It came out on
Hmm.
360. I know that. Those days
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
Born
Like,
again.
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Also, they might show like so many studios in at Xbox are developing new games. There's a Fable that they've announced, and they should show something
Right.
from Fable.
The
Uh,
fairy game
the fairy game. Was that Fable? Because
that was in
we've been,
Microsoft, and it's called.
yeah,
It had a stupid name, but
avowed.
Avowed.
Oh fuck! It
Yes,
just came to me. That was the game. That was
yeah,
the game. Yeah, that was Xbox.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
that was the Xbox. Yes,
Yeah, they
Huh.
had
but there
some
was,
random games they announced. But yeah,
but there
all
was
these.
also
Hmm.
something else which Gagan was interested in. I forgot the name of that game in the press conference. He was like, "Dude, I want to play this game."
In which press conference? In the Microsoft one.
Microsoft One, man. I'm trying to remember what it was, dude, but
That
memory's gone.
RPG by this studio, Oblivion, not Oblivion, sorry, Obsidian Studios. The game that they are working on
Oh yeah, they
was,
announced one as well. Yeah.
Wasn't that Avowed? No.
oh yeah,
They were all like single word names. Like, they
Yeah,
were
very weird
multiple
names
single
though.
word
I
names.
think that one was about
Oh, was
Then
it?
so Avowed actually
the
then
one
looked
with
cool.
which
Then
they
the
showed the
fairy shit.
arrow go through the air and then yeah,
Right, I
for
remember
Yeah.
launching,
that.
right?
So that looked cool. The fairy shit looked weird though.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
The
weird.
fairy shit. Okay, the one in which they like worshipping the forest and animals and shit like
Yes,
that.
and everyone doing like a kumbaya circle and all this
Oh
like
yeah,
so
that
weird.
that shit was boring,
I was
man.
just like,
Fuck that.
what is
Yeah.
happening here, dude?
That was like Bug Snacks, but apparently Bug Snacks actually ended up being a decent game. Like people were like,
Really?
yeah, yeah, the reviews were good. People were like, oh, this shit is not bad.
Dude,
And it was free also.
the game I spat on was like the game they announced called the Gunk.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like, remember
remember.
that shit? Like, what kind of terrible marketing person came up with that name, man? Let's call this game the Gunk.
The gunk. Wasn't there a game like that called with where you play a black slimy fucking thingy and then you have to move around and you gotta absorb stuff? Am I like fusing different
Deblob,
games?
was it
The
Deblob?
blob. The
Yeah.
Ubisoft
blob.
one.
Yeah.
Dude, there have been some bad game names over the years, man. Remember there was a game called Wet? Just
Dude, but
Wet.
that was actually a good game though.
It was
Uh,
a decent game, but
the name was
Wet,
weird as fuck
it's,
though,
Wet
but
was that jet ski thing, right?
No, Wet
No, it
was
was
the
a
chick
shooter.
protagonist where it's like DMC kind of game
Oh,
where you could like use martial arts and guns and
It
all that
was
stuff.
that
So
chick from
pretty
Buffy the
decent.
Vampire Slayer, no?
Sarah
Who
Michelle
was playing
Gellar.
the no. She was the other vampire. No, she was the other vampire killer who was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. She was the brunette.
Oh, okay.
I forget her name, but
Eliza
she was
Dushku.
she. I
No
think so.
man, she wasn't there in. But yes, the
All
chick
those
you're talking
faces
about
She
kind
is
of
was she
that.
was
blur
in
right
Wet.
now.
Yeah,
She
Dishku.
was in Wet. She
I
was in Wet.
remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I always wonder what the fuck does Dushku mean? Like, where is she from? What are her origins about, dude? What kind of surname is Dushku? Like, I haven't heard this surname before.
Dude, but she wasn't Buffy the Vampire Slayer. That's how I know her.
Was she?
Yeah, dude. That's like her like claim to fame.
Is it? I didn't know that.
She was the other Vampire Slayer who was the less like prep like happy cheerleader type. She was the more darker Vampire Slayer. How do you guys not know this? Did
Bro,
you guys
I
not
never
know?
saw Duffy.
Yeah,
Okay,
Buffy.
Buffy.
Duffy? Buffy? Fuck, such an old people podcast. I'm forgetting names all the time, bro.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Nah, I never really got into Buffy. They had that spin-off Angel and shit like that that people used to go
Holy shit,
crazy
that was
about.
so bad. I just
Yeah,
saw,
that was
like, the
bad. That
trailer.
was
I
bad.
was like,
I saw the
nah,
Angel's
dude.
face and he looked like he was about to cry at any given point of time. Any frame you stop, he would look like he's gonna cry. So yeah, I was like no.
Dude, that was the original. What's that? What the Gen Z people like? The vampire romance series. What is it?
Twilight.
Twilight.
Twilight. That was the original Twilight, dude. Angel. Fuck all
Yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Dude, Twilight was fuck all.
Do you know? You
You
know what
saw
else was
Twilight?
bad?
No.
True Blood. True Blood was bad, dude.
Bro, don't fuck
But
with
I
True
watched
Blood.
that shit though. I watched
True
it.
Blood was fucking legit, bro. I would say this True Blood was fucking pretty decent,
Dude,
dude.
Dude, for the
you
first two
saw,
seasons, and then it
yeah,
became like
and
full fucking vampire
Dude,
emo
I
shit.
remember Bibuda also used to go mad with True Blood. I'd be like, True
because
Blood. I'm like, True Blood.
dude, all of you guys loved it because of TNA. That's it. There was nothing else good in that
No,
thing.
dude, they had some cool characters. They had actually a really cool gay dude in there who
The
was
black
like,
guy, no?
yeah, he was
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
funny. He was a badass, and he was
Yeah.
a cool guy, not like the tropey
Dude,
motherfucker,
the
dude.
main chick, that girl from X-Men, holy shit, she was annoying, man, all
No, the
throughout the
main
thing.
guy was a nice, okay, he's like, okay,
Oh
it's
yeah.
okay.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, bro, calm the fuck down, it's
Yeah,
okay.
Suki was her name, man. Holy shit, I
And then there
hated
was a
her.
Swedish dude who was like the
Yeah.
always pale looking dude.
Hmm.
Who, by the way, played Tarzan also in the reboot, so random.
And wasn't he in some game? Wasn't he in some game as well
He's there in
recently?
Godzilla versus Kong also, dude. I haven't seen that movie, but he's there in that movie. Skarsgård?
Yeah,
Skarsgård?
yeah, yeah.
Skarsgård? Yeah.
Alexander Skarsgård.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's here. Yeah, see
not
the
that old,
memories
dude.
coming
Yeah.
back, dude. Yeah, dude, what's up?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Interesting. Very interesting. So what? Now we out of some segues. What else happened this week? Come
No
on.
segues.
What
Oh,
else did
we
happen
were
this week?
talking about Overwatch last time, and how there's been no Overwatch 2 sort of
News.
update.
Yes.
So apparently there was a Reddit AMA with the developers, and like they didn't reveal much, but apparently there is going to be a beta
Hmm.
soon ish. And also
Closed
there's
or open?
sorry.
Closed or open?
I mean, I think they did close and open for Overwatch for like over several months,
Hmm.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
So that'll happen. And they also mentioned that they hinted that they might have their Apex Legends ping system in Overwatch too.
That's pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
So you know what the ping system does, right?
No.
No.
So basically, let's say three of us are playing the game together and we are strangers, we're not homies, we don't have mics, we're not coordinating each other. I can just keep pinging things to bring to your attention, or ping a weapon, ping an enemy, ping a trap. I can ping
Oh,
things
like
to you.
Fortnite.
Yeah, which Fortnite jacked
Yeah,
from
lot
Apex,
of
I
games
think.
have
Yeah,
it
yeah,
now,
yeah, yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Fortnite also does it quite well, though. Yeah, you can ping stuff there. So that's what
Yeah.
the system. Now every game kind of has it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. They've also hinted at cross-platform, cross progression, as
Which
well
should
as
be a given now, for sure.
also cross play. So yeah. But I think Overwatch didn't have any even cross progression. Cross
No, it
plays
did.
were definitely
But
not there.
what I'm actually looking forward to in this game is the PvE option. Have you guys seen that? Looks pretty cool.
PVE? No, I
Yeah,
didn't know
so
about
so
this.
Overwatch 1 was pure PvP, right? Now
Yeah.
Overwatch 2 is also PvP, but for guys who aren't like super good at PvP, there's going to be a pretty good PvE segment where you can use your character and his abilities to kind of take on either like a horde mode, or you have different missions to do stuff. So they're adding in a lot more variety for guys who just don't only want to get their ass kicked in PvP.
So you can do
Hmm.
co-op in that as well? Or
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, it's
nice.
co-op. co-op. 4 player, I think. 4 player co-op.
Nice.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's coming about really good. I think there was so much delay on Overwatch because, there was. So I've been reading. In fact, now that you mentioned it, Blizzard has been going through a lot of shit over the last few years internally.
Yeah.
Studio changes,
Hmm.
people leaving projects.
Yeah.
Kaplan, like some of senior guys have left. I think there are a lot of turmoil happening behind the scenes. You look at the output; they're hardly putting out games right now nowadays, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
But that was always them, right? They used to always delay games, hardly
In
put
fact,
yeah,
out
they've
but
actually
games.
cancelled support for so many games. Like they cancelled like Heart of the Storm. Was it Heart of the Storm? What is that
the
game?
card game,
Yeah, dude, that game had the game had
Hearthstone.
a really
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone,
no
Hearthstone,
Hearthstone is different.
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone is
Hearthstone.
different. No, what is that Heart of the something?
Breath of the Wild. No, that's
Let
That's
me
not even Blizzard, dude.
that's not in Blizzard, dude. That's something like a hard
That's like a Zelda game.
crossover happening, dude.
Hearthstone was the card game that we
Became
used to
very
play.
popular.
Yeah.
Heart of the Storm. Is it?
Oh, Hearthstone. Hearth.
Oh, sorry. It's no. Sorry, I'm getting that wrong. But anyways, there was this one game that Blizzard had, and there was a really strong community behind it, and a very strong esports ecosystem around it, and they just completely scrapped it. All support.
Oh.
Wow.
But they were supposed to do. They even fucked up, dude. Fans like jumped down their throat for the Warcraft 3 remake, which was apparently like really bad at launch.
Hmm.
People jumped down. I mean, fucked them up for Diablo 3 at launch, which later became really good. And it came. And Diablo 4, no one knows when the fuck is gonna come out. So they're like, dude, they like.
What happened to a Diablo mobile game, man?
That's also like,
That got a
dude, you saw the
backlash.
fucking backlash that happened, so they kind of
Yeah.
delayed that shit, like, I don't know,
Hmm.
indefinitely. I think, like, there are these few guys like them, Rockstar. I don't know, maybe because of the money they made, they can just afford to, like, I don't even know if they can afford to do so now, but their turnaround is so less now, dude. Like, the output so fucking chindi.
Hmm.
I think also because they've learned to monetize the existing games much better.
Right.
They don't need to keep putting out like
Like
Fair
Diablo
enough.
2
Rockstar, right?
remaster and all that
Like if
stuff.
Rockstar didn't have GTA Online, for sure they'd have another GTA out by now.
But
Yeah.
they have, dude. They even have Red Dead Online. They're selling that as a standalone game now. It's actually, dude. How is that water not getting over, bro? That's like some small ass sips you're having.
Dude, I
It's
started my tea before the podcast and like, dude, he just finished it before we could even press the record
Yeah.
button.
Like Sam just like sipping since like an hour. I'm like, bro, how much water
it's
is
Are you
soda,
even
dude.
drinking that?
It's
Oh, it's
soda.
soda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, but dude, Rockstar, remember in the PS2 days, they would like pump
Yeah.
up games, dude.
I
yeah.
think at
Now it's
turnout
like,
time at that time was very easy, right, compared to now. Now the assets are like just fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, but even the teams were smaller back then, so
Yeah.
it
and
they
now they
scaled
have
accordingly.
across the country, across the world. Sorry, they got like, and dude, think about it. All they did last gen, if I'm wrong, was GTA 5, which was also a previous gen game, and Red Dead Redemption 2, right?
Yeah,
Red,
Yeah.
and
that's
Red
it.
Dead Redemption 2 was their only game. GTA was a fucking port from PS3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
they
So
worked
one
on it
game,
because they added in an FPS mode, which was pretty legit. I'll give them that. But like two games across how many years?
7.
7 years, dude.
Yeah,
Like
dude.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And right now, also they're just doing GTA again on the PS5, and they'll probably do something like that for Red Dead, give it like a 60 FPS boost up or whatever. And where's the new game, dude?
They'll do one game this gen also. One game.
Will they though?
GTA will come this year, dude. I mean, this gen for sure. Like they'll try and they'll milk GTA 5 once they launch
Where
the
do you guys
current
want
gen.
GTA this time? If like, because I'm sick of the US, dude. Like, fuck that noise. I
I
can't
don't think
play
they're
in
gonna go
any.
anywhere beyond
It
the
has to
US
be
at
the
this point.
US. They won't go
Yeah.
outside the US.
Look at how
They should go, dude.
Chinatown Wars did.
No, but they should do UK, man. Like the getaway kind of game, dude. That
Hmm.
was like legit.
The problem with UK is that the interesting bits are not large enough. I mean, like in the US, these cities they are huge as in
But they
comparison.
kind of like bastardize a lot of the maps to make it more fun. Like, like even like Los Santos based on whatever. I mean, they take in. So I guess they could do that. They take that creative liberty, fuse London with some nice suburbs which we won't know about. But at
Hmm.
least which is why I honestly, even though I didn't enjoy Legions that much, I enjoyed the world a lot. Like it just felt refreshing to roam around a world that's not New York or fucking LA for a change.
Hmm. Hmm.
And New York
Yeah,
again happened with Spider Man, so I was just like New York fatigue, dude.
I think Rockstar has also kind of
Dude,
tried
I
out the
wouldn't
kind of
mind. I
company.
wouldn't mind them going back to Miami. That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah, Miami would be dope though.
Yeah.
got
But we
that, even the culturally it's got like it's quite diverse, and even like it's a nice city to like to have an open world game in, which I don't think which not enough games do, I feel.
Fuck it, dude. Keep it at Fargo.
Where's that?
Based on the TV shows, dude.
I know, but where is it? Is
I,
that the place?
it's like the Midwest or
Is it a real place?
something.
Okay.
It is a real place,
It
but
needs to be very very urban and like multicultural. That's what works, I think, for GTA,
yeah.
which is why LA, New York works, and Miami also I think will work.
There was this game that took place in Miami also called Scarface: The World Is Yours. That was a pretty legit game, dude, on the
How
PS2.
about New Jersey, man? New Jersey is as multicultural as it gets at this point.
Mafia was in Jersey, right?
Dude,
Mafia
Mafia
took place
also
in
was New Orleans, no, the latest one. That was
part
not a
three.
bad.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. That was a nice setting, dude, with the
Dude,
bayou and all
even
that
even
stuff.
Infamous 2 was New Orleans.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hey, imagine if they have a Goju protagonist in based in New Jersey in the
Yeah,
US.
yeah.
Holy
But
fuck,
did
dude!
Liberty City have a New Jersey sort of I think, was it in GTA 3 that you could that they had a part that actually was New Jersey where you could go out of Liberty City.
I don't think it was GTA 3 for sure. My memory is really foggy about that.
Only GTA 3 and 4 were in
In
Liberty
New York,
City, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I think it was 3. I remember the being able to go out of Liberty. Maybe I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
I think there was like a New
But I
Jersey
definitely
element.
think the new GTA protagonist is not going to be an American. It's going to
Dude, it's
definitely
gonna
be
be a
some
chick, dude. It's gonna be a chick.
for sure, and it's going to be like a multicultural, like biracial, by this, by that, like politically correct thingamajig, dude.
Are you sure it's gonna be a girl?
At this,
Ah,
at least one of the three will be, or one of the
Dude,
five.
they need to first of all get away from that fucking three people shit because I did not
Yeah,
enjoy that in GTA, dude.
it
Like,
felt very forced, dude. It didn't make. It didn't
like
really
I like
work.
Red Dead 2 because it was one story focused on the dude. Cool, let's fucking do this. 3 was just all over the place. I mean, the tone in 5.
I mean,
I
that had the potential. I mean, considering it was based around a heist and there are multiple players in heist who are all important, I see why they would put the three thing. But yeah, I mean, that should not become the norm.
Yeah, I hope not. But most people actually enjoyed that. We are a minority here because
Hmm.
most people enjoyed the whole like switching from like Franklin to Trevor to Michael to back to these
Yeah, but
guys. People like kind of
I think
like
what
that.
happens when you do that is that you lose the tightness of the narrative, because when you are giving them the option to choose any one of the three characters, then you have to
Hmm.
build the game with that sort of variety in mind. Like for example, if you only have like like uh like an in like when you have Arthur Morgan, I forget the new guy's name. What's the new guy's
Arthur
name?
Morgan is the new guy.
Okay, what's the old guy's name then?
Uh, fuck about the
Shit.
old guy's name now.
What's his
John
name?
Marston. John
John.
John
Marston.
Marston.
Yeah.
So like when I'm building the game just with these guys in mind, then you can make it, the whole story and progression can be much tighter, and you can actually they can put more effort into it. And that's why I
Uh,
felt the story was better in Red Dead than GTA 5.
not
When you're
just
building it
that.
with three people's perspectives in mind, it's not going to be as good.
Not just that, even when you have multiple people that to play as, the thing is that you're always gonna have one person that you never want to fucking play as. Like how Spider-Man had those MJ missions or the other
Oh,
guy
dude,
missions.
those sucked so
Yeah.
hard.
So same thing with GTA also. You're gonna have this one or two characters max that you want to play as, and the third character, like, do I have to? It's always like
Like
that.
even Watch Dogs Legion, right? The game's entire premise is that you can recruit people, and then you have like multiple operatives whom you can
Hmm.
switch between because they all have their own strengths and weaknesses. I mean, it's cool because sometimes when you want to go into a particular building, like you can get take a guy who's security guard and you have his disguise. But beyond
Hmm.
that, there's absolutely no personality to any of them. So it just loses, like the whole point is that you're just making it very very generic overall. The game is very generic because you can't, we're not building it for a particular protagonist in mind.
Right.
So I think that's also one example. I think like if you build with just one character in mind, I think it's a lot better. You get a
For
better
sure. For
experience
sure.
out
I
of it.
definitely agree. In fact, my issue with Watch Dogs is that what you just mentioned sounded great on paper. Like, oh, if I want to infiltrate this, I need a certain kind of operative. I want to do that, I need a certain kind of operative. But at the end of the day, I could do pretty much everything with the same operative. And I took that for a test run. And that's what was my issue with the game. It just didn't feel diverse enough to kind of force me to do that. Like I was just like running and gunning because I didn't feel any repercussions of any other way. I wish they had really leaned into that play as different people mechanic. Like that would have forced me to be a little more diverse with my playthrough.
Like there are some missions where like for example, in many of them you can actually stand far away and just hack through cameras,
Right.
or you can throw a spider bot in, and the spider bot will go and do whatever needs to be done. There's very few where you need to physically infiltrate, and it's very heavily guarded, so you have to go in disguise. Like it's very few missions that I found that have that, where you actually feel like, okay, picking someone with this speciality will help me do it much better. But for most part it's very generic.
I actually like the construction worker dude because he gets that drone and now just
Yeah.
flying everywhere in that fucking
Yeah, but the
drone.
drone anyone can call and use, dude, because you have
Yeah, I
those
know.
drone
Yeah.
Yeah,
pads,
yeah, yeah.
no? You can just,
But so that's what I thought. When I got the
yeah,
construction worker, I was like, okay, that's his specialty. It's pretty cool. But then anyone can do that. So it's kind of like redundant, you know?
yeah, yeah.
It's weird.
So why do you like the game so much, Sam?
Dude, I'm trying to think about it. I really can't, dude. I really
It's
have
okay,
no
but
idea.
it
No,
works for
no,
you.
I love it. I also loved Watch Dogs 2. I didn't like Watch Dogs 1 as much, which people seem to
I
prefer.
fucking love Watch Dogs 1, dude.
Yeah.
I
I
fucking
didn't
hated
like it
Watch
as
Dogs
much.
1.
I love 2. I love Legions, and I'm realizing as I'm saying this that the game is extremely monotonous. The game is extremely generic. All the missions are almost the same.
Yeah.
Uh, but something about, I think it's more to do with the kind of setting the game has, and even 2, where I like open world games that are more rooted in reality. And even though the sci-fi stuff that is there, it seems all believable stuff, that over the government is trying to control you, you're constantly
Hmm.
being monitored, things like that. So that, even in that there's some realism, and it's very conceivable that this could be the world we live in. So I think that's what keeps me playing these sorts of games, because when you look at like Odyssey and Origin and all these other sort of open world games, that, I mean, it's cool. I loved Origins because I like the setting and I like the story and all that, but I think the fact that the world didn't connect for me, that's what kind of made me stop playing. So I don't like the fantasy that much. I like more realism. I guess that's the only thing I can think of why I like Watch Dogs so much. But yeah, I mean, I think what, 20 hours in now in Watch Dogs Legion, and I still played at least an hour a day. I'm not bored of it yet.
So I got burnt out after 35 hours and I'm still not like 100% in the game, which I normally do with most of my open world games. And then I kind of
Hmm.
just dropped it. Maybe I'll get back to it now. Maybe. Like how
35
you
hours is
getting
a
back to
long
Days
time.
Gone.
Once the patch comes
Yeah.
in, there's a 60 FPS patch
Oh,
coming
I
in.
have it on PC anyway. So for
Oh
me,
yeah,
it's like 120 FPS, bro.
dude, I can't wait for the patch, man, because the driving is a pain right now in Watch
At
Dogs
30,
Legion.
dude, I've realized one thing. Now, even on the PS, playing something at 30 FPS is fucking garbage.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like,
Yeah, yeah.
can't do that, dude. Can't do that
I
anymore.
think that's the biggest change from with the new consoles. I think more than the 4K and whatever all
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
for
stuff, I
sure.
think frame rate is the real game changer.
That's the thing, and I actually see myself going more towards a frame rate preference now than the
Hell yeah,
actual
dude.
vision thing. Maybe before that was not the case. When the PS4 Pro came out, there used to be certain games that offered you that option, but there I did not feel the difference that much. Here, I really feel it.
Hmm.
I'm actually really excited for Ratchet because Insomniac, they actually somehow, I don't know how they fucking do this. They, instead of either doing RTX or 60 FPS, they do a mode that is RTX, little mellow RTX with 60 FPS. They did that for Miles, and it was
Hmm.
mind fucking blowing, dude. Like, it was mad. I
Hmm.
can't wait to see what they do with Ratchet.
Right.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys playing nowadays?
Gagan, you want to go first?
Sure.
I know. Wait, I'll go. I've got Fortnite, Mass Effect,
No, not
and
Fortnite. No, Fortnite. My kid's been playing that, and like she actually capped the battle pass, dude. Now, and
nice.
she's done. She's like, "What do I do now?" I'm like, "Just continue playing."
Keep grinding for me.
I mean, it's not even for me anymore, dude. Now she's completely taken over. So like, yeah, I have to detach myself from it.
Right.
I have, however, gone pretty deep into Mass Effect.
You
So
finished the first game?
I am very close to the end. I'm just one mission away from the end game. But the
Hmm.
thing is that I'm just trying to finish off all my side missions before that because there's this huge list that I have. And
But
I
can't you
mean,
go back once this? You can't know in Mass
no, no,
Effect.
no. So the
Yeah.
thing is that like I've already left a citadel. So like once you leave that, every time I say citadel, something happens to this guy.
Sorry.
So anyway, once you leave that at a particular story point, then you cannot go back and complete those missions. So I had to finish all those missions first. And
Sorry. My
Being,
bad.
what?
being
What?
unprofessional, dude.
Yeah,
My
dude.
bad. And any of my face is fucking red right now, and the fucking camera is making me look redder than I am. My bad.
You- You're like that game, that PS3 game. What was that game?
Not
Asura's Revenge.
Asura's
That's
Wrath?
Asura's Wrath. Yeah, that's the
That
color
was a
you have
cool
on your
fucking
face.
game, though. That was a
Yeah, that
cool
was a cool
That
fucking
was
game.
a
game.
fucking brilliant game. That game needs to be remade, man. What the hell are people doing?
For
Anyway,
sure.
so
Yeah.
I just have to complete a whole bunch of side missions, and I'll be finishing the end game before the weekend itself. And
I'm seeing Sam being a little bitch right now. He's
he's
you
not
see
doing
Sam?
Yeah, I'm
anything.
not doing
Dude,
anything.
you see his face. See his fucking face right now, dude.
Yeah, I'm looking
Shitty.
at you and laughing now. You are like this.
I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm like popped up, dude. It's my attentive face. This is when people talk about the stock market. I'm like, really, bro? Give me more tips, dog. Dude,
Right.
I have one question for you though. Do you feel now the way you? I mean, now that you're playing it remastered, do you still feel the same about the game, or are you like, yeah, it was not that good as I remember it, or is
No,
it the same?
I love it. I love it just as much, dude. Because again, like I'm not playing it for the action or the combat or anything like that.
Right.
I'm then the mechanics are pretty much exactly how I remember it, and they've kind of upgraded it to the right point
Hmm.
where it matches my nostalgia level. So it's like it's
So
not
it
that
doesn't feel clunky to you.
it doesn't feel clunky to me. It doesn't feel like it's really bad because even when I played it back then, I thought it was like not as good as Mass Effect 2. I played it a little late.
Did you play it on your box or your PC?
I played it on both. I played the first game
Okay.
on both on my PC as well as my Xbox, and Mass Effect 2 I played on a PC.
I think
So
also like people who are fans of the series, like they won't go back to it expecting it to play really well. Like they'll just
yeah,
want to relive their experience. But I think someone who's never played Mass Effect might find it like very
yeah,
jarring.
they
Yeah.
might actually find it like, what the fuck is this game? Why do people like it so much?
But you know what I find kind of weird is that Mass Effect is a very story driven game, right? And that story is kind of resonated with you, correct? Now,
Yeah.
it's like, so do you find like experiencing the story you already know the outcome of? Is it still like cool, or is it like,
It's I don't remember a lot of it, and the
oh,
thing
okay,
is
then it's
that
fine.
when I played it back in the day, I did not realize how culturally relevant it is. Like right now, also there was this one instance in the game where this guy, the human guy, is basically kind of rallying up a crowd and all, and talking about stuff about how other alien species treat humans so badly and shit like that, and humans need to stand their ground and all. So it
Hmm,
kind of reflects on the racism situation that's like probably that we hear so much more about these days.
right.
So things like that, and for some reason I don't know how a lot of that writing is resonating better with me now than I remember it
Maybe
back
because
then.
you're older now.
Not just that, but probably because I think a lot of these things are coming in the forefront in news as well, right? I mean,
Right.
like before you would hear of it, but it would be like a one-off thing, but not this much. But now it's like all over the place. People are only talking about shit like this. So these guys are talking about how humans need to be like little one step ahead of the other races, and how other races are not treating humans well, while the other races are thinking that humans think themselves superior, shit like that. So there's like a really really good political side to the story, which I'm really enjoying, man.
Yeah,
It's really
that
nice.
I remember. Even Mass Effect 2 had that. Like
Yeah, yeah.
like the politics of it was pretty cool.
So besides Mass Effect, what else are you playing? Anything else?
Well, I think that's pretty much it at this point, man. I mean, because whatever time I get, I keep getting into Mass Effect. My one complaint about Mass Effect on the Xbox is that it does not support quick resume. And that's a game that I really feel needs that, man. Because it's like,
Hmm.
it's the kind of game which I can just go back to play 15 minutes and then get on something else and just resume it later on. But I have to kind of boot up the game every time, man, because I don't leave my Xbox on. That game could
Hmm.
have really
Right,
benefited.
right. Sam, what about you?
Watch Dogs Legion. I've been
Hmm,
playing that a lot. Still playing a lot of Gran Turismo Sport as well.
Hmm.
Just online. Uh, it's still a blast, dude. Now I'm actually bummed out that they delayed Gran Turismo 7 because I mean, if they build on
sorry.
this and on PS5 with the visuals, what they can do,
Hmm.
insane. And also playing a bit of. I just started playing World Tennis Tour, and I am playing. That's about it. I think, and PES, little bit of PES
Fucking
here and
days
there.
gone, dude.
Days Gone, I just started playing today, so it's like I'm just 2 hours in. But yeah, that's a game. Also, I want to divide my time with Watch Dogs and Days
Hmm.
Gone. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think so. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
What
What
about
All
about
you?
right.
you?
So I'm into Days Gone.
Hmm.
I'll put another 20-25 hours in the PC version. I'm almost done with Last of Us, my playthrough, which has aged fucking phenomenally well. which
Last
is
of Us
crazy.
1.
Yeah, Last of Us 1, sorry, in prep for the 60 FPS patch of Last of Us 2.
Wow.
Hmm.
Um, I finished Godfall, which I fucking enjoyed. Like, I'm probably like
Really?
one of two people who enjoyed that game. But I really, dude, I'm telling you, if you like swordplay in your games, like, you will enjoy Godfall. Like, the combat is fucking tight, dude. Like, it's a tight game.
So what
And
happened to the game though? Why did it
it's
bomb?
got no content because once you finish the campaign, the end game, like Outriders, is very like thakela, dude. Like, so there isn't much to kind of keep you going, like Warframe
Hmm.
or Destiny, any of these games. But the core combat is fucking kadak, dude, and it like appeals to like, and it's got actually really some really challenging bosses, for which you really have to prep, upgrade your weapons, get the proper fucking resources, and only then can you defeat them. So I'm like thoroughly enjoying that. And I started Biomutant also. I was like, let's see what the game's about. And I played like maybe a half an hour, 45 minutes, and I see what the complaints are about. But I want to sink some more time into the game
What
now.
are you playing it on?
PC.
Okay.
So the
Well,
PC port
PS.
is
Huh.
great. The PC port is great. Like performance wise, I have no issues with it. But dude, you cannot play that game with a mouse and a keyboard. It is fuck all. You
Right.
have to play a controller, and the aiming is very weird. Like, so in the game you can jump like Max Payne style. You do the slow mo
Yeah.
shooty thingy, dude. It just feels damn clunky on the PC, and the combat itself is not impactful. Like, it's got no sense of weight, so it's very like ting 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 ting. Like, you're not like cutting shit down, And I
Hmm.
think that's the issue most people have with it.
Yeah. The PS version of the game apparently suffered quite a bit because
Yes,
it
it's got
runs
no
only at
4K
10.
at launch. Yes.
Yeah, just 1080p or something like that, which
So
is
I was reading. I follow the game on Reddit. So apparently, the game's director is going to. He said that a bunch of things are in the work. The first is a patch that'll fix the PS issue straight up.
hmm.
Second thing they're working on is actually fixing combat. The crunchiness of the combat, so they're going to do that. So maybe in like a month's time the game will be at a great place, because it actually offers like a great bang for your buck if you play through the game. It has a good amount of content, and if you like post-apocalyptic open worlds, it's pretty good, like Zelda vibes, dude.
So here's my prediction. So once they fix this, they patch this and everything is going to come on Game Pass.
Dude, then you should try it for sure. It's
That
actually
that's
like a
when
Game
everyone
Pass
will
kind of
try it.
game for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It definitely, you should give it a shot. It's like so it's got that chilled exploration vibe also. Like because you're like, I've seen videos where the guy's just floating down like these really nice picturesque mountains,
Yeah.
gathering resources. Suddenly you're fighting shit. Then again you're back on chilling stuff. I like that,
Yeah.
dude. In games, it's
Exactly.
nice.
That's the world I enjoy. When you're talking about Days Gone, about how it's intense and the whole world is out to get you, that's not my kind of thing. I like these nice
Right.
breaks you have in between action and all. So
Yeah, yeah. You
Biomutant
like
seems
this
like
then?
this.
Yeah, yeah. Biomutant like vibe with you. But I will say this though, you guys should definitely replay Last of Us One right now. It is aged so fucking well, dude. Like, I can't believe how well it's
Aren't they
aged.
just remaking that as well?
The first
So
one.
yeah. So I mean, if they're
That's the
remaking that,
rumor,
I
no?
might
They're
as
Is
remaking
it?
it, yeah.
Is it,
I
dude?
might
I
I
don't know.
might as well just play that. Like,
Dude, because you know what I found really weird is, for a 2013 game, the
hmm.
gameplay is so fucking baller. Like, I'm like, bro, how the fuck have they done this? Like, there are games I played in 2021 that felt like fucking shittier and dated than that.
I think Uncharted 2 and onwards and all, Naughty Dog just reached like some god level,
Dude, they
man.
have like peaked. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, I think they're, because the combat. So you guys have played the game, right?
Yeah.
Last of Us, yeah.
Right, and you enjoyed the combat, but
Hmm.
today, after all these years, when I play the combat, it still resonates with me. When I break a pipe on a zombie's head and I hear the I'm like, damn, bro. You blow a guy off with a shotgun, is Soldier of Fortune level gore, dude. Like, you'll see his body just limpless, or there's like fucking organs popping out. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this game, dude?
I don't remember
Even the
that level of violence for some
dude, I'm
reason.
telling you, the blood splatters are of a next level. In Last of Us 2, they took that to even the next level. So,
Huh.
small example, Last of Us 1, a guy is here, the wall is here, you shoot his head, there'll be a blood splatter.
Oh, they made it very, very clear in one of those early trailers itself with the hammering of the hand and shit like
Yeah,
that.
and in
Fuck.
2, when you do the same thing, there's actually brain matter, and it goes like
Yeah. Dude, there's even like
I was
skull,
like,
like skull
what?
fragments also.
Dude,
Ah,
I
Crazy.
lost my
that's
shit at the
hell.
gore in that game. It is fucking phenomenal.
I think
And it's on sale
yeah,
right now, 700 bucks.
it's a
So
zombie game, so I guess I pretty much asked for it, man. So
no, but
people
this
love
is the
that shit.
violence against humans also. It's crazy because you fight a lot
Yeah.
of humans, right? It's like,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, no, but the zombie genre is all about that guts and
yeah,
gore
yeah,
and shit
true,
like that,
true.
so they have to fill that in. Good shit, dude.
So yeah, so I think that's about wraps us up for our very first video podcast. Uh, I mean, it was a little rough at around the edges, but this is our first time, so we try and like fix stuff properly and share. But let us know if you guys liked it, if you want us to do more, or if you don't want to see our faces and you want us to go back to our old format. Let us know, and we'll see you
Yeah.
in the next one.
Bye
All right, see you
bye.
guys.
You asked for it, man. You got it.
I thought he would like pop in and I like bye bye, pop back out and shit, dude. I'd be like, man.
In hindsight, I should have done that now.
You
Next
should
time,
have.
next time.
Next
Next
time, next
time.
time. Or he just, or he's like rolling like bye bye, and he just rolls apart and all that shit, dude.
I should
It's
probably
cool.
have some virtual
A new
character
one
pop up
every
like
time.
Yeah, dude, you gotta do a new bye bye every
New
time.
animation every time, dude.
What kind of stick have you given me?
Gagan like the bye bye guy.
Bye bye. Like people will be like, scroll to the end, scroll to the end. Bye bye.
Dude, and we should put Gagan's bye byes after the credits roll, dude. It's like so go marvel on them, dude.
Do a whole bye bye montage at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
are you still recording, dude?
Yeah, this is all going on the podcast,
Oh
dude. This
shit.
is all going.